Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into one of the most intense zombie thrillers out there. Grab your popcorn, because we're about to break down the epic chaos and heart-stopping moments of Train to Busan. Let's get into it. The film kicks off in a quarantine zone on the outskirts of South Korea, where a truck driver is stopped for a health check due to a gas leak. After complaining about the delay, he's allowed to pass. As he drives on, he accidentally hits a deer. He sees the deer lying still and thinks it's dead. But as he drives away, the camera cuts back to the deer, which slowly gets up with cloudy, vacant eyes showing signs of infection. This is the first hint of the zombie outbreak. Cut to Seoul, where we meet Sok-woo, a financial manager who's super busy and hardly spends time with his family, especially his daughter, Suan. When Suan calls him from home, she's bummed out because he missed her school performance. Their relationship is strained when she says she wants to go to Busan to visit her mom on her birthday. Sok-woo initially says no, but with some nudging from his mom and feeling guilty, he decides to take her to Busan. The next morning, Sok-woo and Suan get ready to board the KTX train to Busan. Before they leave, Sok-woo watches a video on his computer about a mass fish die-off at sea, but doesn't pay much attention. As Sok-woo and Suan board the KTX, things start off pretty chill, with passengers settling into their seats. We meet some key characters. Sang-hwa, a strong guy with his pregnant wife, Song-kyung. Yeon-suk, a selfish director who will become the main antagonist. A high school baseball team, including Yongguk and Jin-hee, a girl who secretly likes Yongguk. Everything seems normal, but we notice a woman acting strangely as she boards the train, showing weird symptoms that no one pays attention to. As the train departs, the scene shifts to the infected woman at the back of the train. She starts convulsing and falls to the floor. A train attendant tries to help, but suddenly, the woman turns into a zombie and attacks. The attendant gets bitten and also becomes a zombie. The outbreak spreads quickly as more passengers get bitten and turn into zombies. Chaos erupts across the train cars. We see the terrifying spread of the zombie infection as bitten passengers transform in just seconds. Zombies run fast and out of control, making the situation extremely tense. Surviving passengers try to escape, while others are attacked immediately. Sok-woo and Suan's group, including Sang-hwa and Song-kyung, manage to get into a safe car. Here, they realize zombies can't open doors unless there's sound or movement from outside. This gives them a breather and time to plan their next move. They decide they need to get to the front of the train to meet other survivors and protect Suan. So Sok-woo and Sang-hwa plan their route through zombie-filled cars. Each scene is tense as they fight and dodge zombie attacks, using whatever they can find as weapons. Sang-hwa shows his strength by taking down zombies with his bare hands. Sok-woo's group meets the baseball team and gets their help. They work together to fight and move through the train cars, using makeshift weapons like baseball bats to fend off the approaching zombies. They move through the cars quietly to avoid attracting zombies, creating nerve-wracking moments as they face the risk of being discovered at any moment. As Sok-woo's group navigates the train, some passengers are left behind. When they finally reach the front of the train, they encounter Yeon-suk and his group, who refuse to let them into the safe car. Yeon-suk, selfish and scared, doesn't want anyone else in because he fears they might be infected. Sok-woo's group finally makes it to the car with other survivors, including Yeon-suk, but when they ask to enter, Yeon-suk and his group, driven by panic and selfishness, refuse to open the door. A split starts to show among the small community on the train, with two groups of passengers on opposite sides of the door. After being denied entry, Sok-woo's group has to find a way to protect themselves. But after a struggle, Yeon-suk's group eventually agrees to let them in, though they soon demand Sok-woo's group be isolated in a separate car, treating them as a potential threat. While Sok-woo's group is confined to a separate car, an older passenger, having witnessed her sister's death due to Yeon-suk's group's indifference, decides to open the door to the zombies. This act is both a revenge against the selfish ones and a final end for those who have done too much wrong. The zombies flood into the car, and everyone in Yeon-suk's group, including the selfish old man, is attacked and turned into zombies. Yeon-suk manages to escape, leaving everyone else behind. In a dramatic battle with the zombies, Sang-hwa, the strong and loyal man, sacrifices himself to protect his wife, Song-kyung, and the others. He holds the door and fights off the zombies while the others escape. This is one of the most emotional moments of the film, showcasing sacrifice and love for family. The remaining survivors, including Seok-woo, Suan, Sung-kyung, and a few others, continue moving through the train to find a way out. The KTX keeps running, but signals show that the zombie apocalypse is spreading beyond the train, engulfing cities across South Korea. When the train stops at a midway station, Seok-woo's group finds it overrun by zombies. While trying to find another train or safe transport, they are ambushed by zombies from another train. Here, Yeon-suk, who everyone thought was dead, reappears. He, still selfish and scared, robs others of their chance to survive, but Seok-woo's group tries to escape the zombies and return to the KTX. In a breathless chase scene, they have to fight off hundreds of zombies while trying to jump back onto the moving train. The tension rises as zombies swarm the train from behind, creating a dramatic scene with zombies piling up like waves trying to catch up with the survivors. In the final chase, Seok-woo, Suan, and Sung-kyung find a safe spot at the front of the train. But just as they think they're out of danger, Yeon-suk, now bitten by a zombie, shows up. In his panic and loss of control, he tries to attack Seok-woo to save himself. Seok-woo gets bitten in this final confrontation, but before he turns into a zombie, he makes sure Suan and Sung-kyung are safe. After being bitten, Seok-woo knows his time is running out. In a deeply emotional scene, he says goodbye to Suan, who is crying in pain. Seok-woo takes one last look at Suan, tells her to stay strong, and steps out of the train. He chooses to jump off to end his life before he turns into a zombie, preventing himself from harming his daughter and Sung-kyung. This scene is shot with slow motion, with Suan's cries echoing in the haunting silence. In the end, Suan and Sung-kyung arrive in Busan, where the South Korean military has set up a safe zone for survivors. However, as they approach a tunnel leading into the safe area, the soldiers aren't sure if they are zombies or not. They're about to shoot when Suan starts singing the song she prepared for her school performance that her dad missed. Her singing helps the soldiers realize they are still human and not infected. The film ends with Suan and Sung-kyung being rescued, bringing a glimmer of hope in a bleak situation. That's a wrap on Train to Busan. If you love the ride, smash that like button and subscribe for more. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. See you next time.